Ecwid integration is supported with more than 50 content management systems like WordPress and Joomla, as well as site builders such as Squarespace and Weebly. But if you have a custom-built site, or if you happen to be using a content management system that does not yet have an Ecwid plugin, integrating Ecwid into your site is still very easy. Here, I have a custom-built site that I've thrown together in HTML. Here's my HTML file for my site's store page, and this is of course where I want my store to appear and be usable. To integrate our Ecwid store onto our site, we're going to have to get some code from Ecwid and paste it into our HTML. So if we go to our Ecwid control panel, click Settings, we're going to go to Sales Channels, then we're going to scroll down till we find the button that says Add a Store to your site, and we're going to say, yes, I have a website. And again, this is a custom-built site, so we're going to say Other Platform. And now we have a few options. We have code to embed our product browser. That's going to, of course, be the main part of the store. A list of categories. A mini cart, which is also going to be pretty crucial for allowing customers to check out. And a search box. So let's take a look at these one by one. They're all pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, it's as simple as copying all the text here and then pasting it into your HTML. So we'll start with the product browser. I'm going to click here and copy it. Then I'm going to pull up my HTML and I'm going to go down to here where I've marked the main content area of the page. And I'm going to paste that code inside this div. So this is all of the code that I just copied from our Ecwid dashboard, and that's going to make all of our products show up. So make sure you save. Then I'm going to go back to my store, refresh, and here in the main content area of my page, I have my store. We see category, store, and if we click on anything such as desserts, we get our breadcrumb trail just as usual. Users have the option to sign in, and here we see our products. We can click on those, of course, add them to our bag or whatever. Let's back up a little bit. Notice Chameleon, as we saw when we integrated this into WordPress, works on custom-built sites as well. If you have not seen the WordPress integration video, Chameleon is a nice little feature that comes with Ecwid's integration. And what it does is it causes certain things to match the coloring of the theme of your website. So this store and sign in button, for instance, as well as other links like anything on the breadcrumb trail or the options to view as a list or a table, they match the other colors of our website. It's really a cool feature that Ecwid provides. So let's go back just to store. And of course, we have our store here. Now let's put the other things on our page. Notice I have an area here for a sidebar as well. That would probably be a good place for our mini cart. So let's go ahead and copy all of this text here at mini cart. Go back to our HTML file and paste it in the proper location. Of course, your HTML file is probably going to look different from mine. No two are alike. So you have different areas where you're going to be pasting in this code. It all depends on the structure of your HTML. But for me, it's going to go right here. I'm going to save that, go back to my site and refresh once again. And now we have our shopping bag icon. Let's take a look at categories. Categories actually gives us two options to choose from. We can have horizontal, which looks like this, and vertical, which looks like this and would be kind of more fitting for a sidebar. I'm going to use horizontal and put it above the store in the main content area of my page, making sure horizontal is selected. I'm going to copy all of this text, and I'm going to go above, or the code for the store rather, and I'm going to paste in the category code here. Save once again, go back to the site, refresh. Now we have a list of categories. Notice the categories also have Chameleon applied to them. So that works on anything that you're going to be embedding. And then, of course, we have the search box. I'm going to go here, copy the code, go back to my HTML file, and I think I'm going to put this above the shopping cart in the sidebar. So simply just going to paste that code there, save the file, go back to my page and refresh once again, and now we can search for products on our store. Now, of course, you can see these things are sort of butted up against each other. We have this touching the products search bar, and the products search bar is touching the categories. We would probably want to apply some of our own styling here to make these things not press up right up against each other. If we want to have a quick and easy fix, we could add a no break space. So I would go here maybe, right above the search bar code, ampersand NBSP semicolon, and then do the same thing here right above the cart, and NBSP semicolon, save and go back, refresh. That's going to put a little bit of space for us. It's not the most elegant fix, but it'll work for now. Again, ideally we would be editing our CSS to where we don't have to manually add in these spaces. It spaces everything according to our rules, which is a better practice. And we can test out the search bar. If we type in chocolate, then we get a list of all of our chocolate items. We can, of course, click on them and view them, add them to the bag. Now we have stuff in our bag. We can look at that. And it works just like it would on any other website. Once you have everything embedded the way you want, and you don't have to use all of these, by the way. We don't have to include the search box. We don't have to include categories. Of course, it's not going to do much good if you don't have a product browser, so you basically always need that as well as the mini cart. But everything here technically is optional, especially the search box and the categories. Once you have your site the way you want it, make sure you follow this next step. Back over on your Ecwid dashboard, you're going to click Proceed to Next Step. And here, you're going to put the URL to the page where your storefront is located. Now, for me right now, I have this Facebook page because that was from the previous tutorial. What we would ideally use is whatever the URL is for the base page of your store. So not necessarily the home page of your site, but it's going to be the page wherever your store is located. I'm not going to copy this text in because this is just on my local host. This is just a website that I'm running. It's not live or anything like that. But what you would do is go to the page you've set up. So here is our store page where we are. And you would copy that link, paste it in here. And this primarily helps with email notifications. Then we're going to proceed to next step. And our online store is created. So now, even though we're running a custom site, we've seamlessly embedded our Ecwid store into it, and customers can use it just as easily as they can on other platforms.